push-ups I gotta do, so I'll do that really quick. Maffin, how you doing, my friend?
Hi, I'm doing fine.
Excellent, excellent. I'm just gonna pull up your VOD here. While I'm doing these push-ups, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What are your goals, and what do you feel you struggle with the most? Oh, look, we got a Neon VOD. Perfect.
So my goals, I would love to reach diamond,
Okay.
and I think I struggle the most with just overthinking and applying on the theory because I think like I know most of the
Maybe
basics.
because I am looking for e-girls?
Okay, wait, give me a second.
He's looking for e-girls. Hang on, you want to do a little bit of advertising? Hang on, let me play it for you. Hang on.
Maybe because...
Okay, let's let him advertise e-girls here.
I mean, what else am I supposed to answer?
Maybe
to
because I am
such a
looking for
question?
e-girls? Only maybe.
All right, e-girls, start lining up. He's looking for e-girls. Start lining up. All right, there's your advertisement. Okay. All right. So besides that, please tell us what other goals you have other than looking for e-girls.
Why would you think I ever had a
You
girl?
said getting to platinum, or so getting to diamond.
Yes.
And what sort of things are holding you back?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out mainly.
Okay. You have no idea, no clue, nothing that's.
Well, as I
Setting
said
up?
before, mainly I personally would think that I have the theoretics down. Like most of the things you're talking about, I know in the back of my head, but I just think I don't apply them properly.
Okay, fair enough. Do you usually play Neon?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this is actually really good because we had a couple of questions in chat about Neon specifically. So maybe we can find some answers for them as well. That's what we're doing. What am I hearing in the background?
Okay, Silver.
Are you opening up a candy or something?
Oh, I was eating a fortune cookie.
You're eating a fortune cookie. I love it. I have a feeling I'm gonna really like this VOD. I'm hearing nom nom and everything.
No.
Ladies, line up. He eats fortune cookies. All right. This is like, e-girls, line up here. Oh, this is gonna be great. I can tell. Okay, cool. So you picked Neon and you went with this buy. Why this buy? What was the fortune? If Mega Roll is an e-girl, wants to know what the fortune is.
Well, I bought the wall because I usually go for the wall on attack because it just helps me enter on the side.
Okay. And then
And I went for the ghost because I can handle it best from all of the guns.
okay. And the fortune cookie said you're going to make it through this round with an ace, or what did it say? What did it say? We need to know what the fortune is.
I don't know what the fortune cookie told me. I don't speak fortune.
You got to remember. You got to remember what the fortune cookie told you. You got to read the fortune.
Maybe
That's important.
rewind the VOD and you can hear it talk in the background.
Maybe. Okay, so you decided to go with the ghost. You say because you can control it better. Here's the thing with Neon. What likelihood of the fights you're going to take are going to be long range? Because generally speaking, you would say that ghost. Would you say that this is more of a longer range weapon in pistol?
Yeah,
mode?
long to mid.
Yeah, long to mid, absolutely. Sheriff would be even longer. But yeah, so generally speaking, you want longer range fights. As a Neon, with your wall buy and how you're going to be moving onto site, you're probably generally going to be taking mid to close range fights. Would you agree or disagree?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so why not the Frenzy?
Because I used to buy the Frenzy and I just made bad experiences with it.
You had bad experiences with it.
Yes.
Is it possible that's a human error problem and not the Frenzy problem?
Well, of course.
Okay. So I'm going to say this. There might be a you problem. We got to fix the you problem, right? I don't think it's a Frenzy issue. I know it's me, but I'm digging this guy's accent. I love it.
It's German.
It's German? Love it. T in chat said that, and he's a Neon main as well, so.
Here we go, Dreddy.
Okay, whoa. First question. T, can you throw a wall through here? I think you can, right? Can you throw a solid wall through this? I could be wrong.
You can throw a wall basically anywhere where there's a hole.
Okay. I think you might be able to throw a wall through here as well. I might need to test it. I think you can throw a wall through there. You can throw a wall right through this door, right? Yeah, okay. So if you can do that, I think it's because it's thin enough that you can. Any wall that is like, I think this paper thin, like here, I'm pretty sure you can throw a wall through that. So would you be able to throw a wall, T, you throw a wall through this and this, if I remember correctly? Like at the same time? How can I get coaching? You want to join up on Discord. Join up on Discord. So socials are listed in the chat. And what you want to do is direct message me on the Discord, and we can go over pricing after I'm done the session and whatnot. Just by being in the Discord, you have a chance of winning free coaching as well. So yes, you can, but you have to do it at a certain angle. Okay, so it might be worth practicing. If you're going to go into this spot, try throwing a wall through here and see if you can get the wall to go directly through both the walls like this. The reason why is that when you're going through here, you're exposing yourself to a ton of angles here as you're about to throw this wall here. Okay, so at least you can eliminate some of the angles.
Cypher hit for 90.
So I think this is more of a utility usage kind of situation. It's also not the most ideal pathing for Neon to take altogether. I would rather see you go through main because you have more freedom to move around and slide. Whereas you're going through here, it's like hard to even want to sprint. So here's the thing. With Neon being the main entry on this team, the real goal behind Neon is to be annoying, but also set up your team for success. So if we're looking at the situation and you're running up here, you're maximized by being able to move through free space. So if you were to throw walls or anything like that across, you can now move through here a little more easier. Someone can easily come up behind you, I think it's going to be a raise, and work a trade off of you. By you going here, seeing someone in this relative area over here, sliding to this position, and then having Rays come up and clean. So you're actually running around quite actively, and when you see someone, that's when you slide and then you take the next fight. That's generally the flow of how it would work. Because the idea behind it is you want to make the person miss their first shot, and then you clean them up. Usually go through main, wall main, then relay bolt into tree. Usually get me a pick with a frenzy. Yeah. So T's pathing, the way that he likes to do it when he's describing it, is he goes through here, he runs through here, and he can throw a relay bolt, probably like right here, into this spot that ends up banging off to here, and he can slide right in and take a fight with a frenzy. So the big key with Neon, more than anything, is going in and practicing different site takes in how you like to take it, and then you go into the game and you practice that hypothesis to see if that's something that's going to be effective. Okay.
Let's push C.
Neon can be very tricky to entry in because she's unlike a lot of other characters where you're kind of trying to get the other person to miss before you take a shot. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't think your buy was optimal here. I think you just need to get into some deathmatch, play some frenzy, and get used to it.
Well, give it back. It's mine.
That's you saying that. The key with using a frenzy in deathmatch is you want to be able to take close range fights. So you should be positioning yourself to avoid the long range fights and get up close with the close range fights. So that's that simple. Just generate the close range fights. Every time you get caught in a long range fight, you run away from it. This is better. Yeah, like this is much better. They're gonna be in CT. Holy crap! I don't know how you're not shot. There it is. Perfect. So I'll explain what it is that I was doing there. There's a mental projection. You ever heard me talk about mental projection before?
Maybe.
Okay, so mental projection is a estimated guess or an educated guess on where you think players are going to play on this map, right? So based on your experience, if you were to go left to right, where or how many people play on C generally?
2.
2? Okay, so we'll put 2 here. How many people play on B?
1, maybe 2.
Okay. Which one is it going to be? 1 or 2? Zip, thank you so
1.
much for giving the subs. 1, okay, perfect. 1. And how many on A?
Well, if we have 2 on C and 1 on B, then it's 6 on A.
Perfect. 6 on A. Love it. Okay, so 2-1-2. That's what you normally see. So if you have this in your mindset, you should have a pretty good approximation of how long it would take for someone to rotate from C to get to here. Okay? How long it would take for someone to rotate to here, or how long to get to here. And then vice versa, if they're going towards C, how long it would take for these people to rotate all the way to this position, how long it would take for them to rotate to this position, etc., etc. Okay? You have these in your mind. Now, what my brain was telling me was in that situation when you were running up, right here, I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? What's going on with everyone on site, right? They're going to see a bunch of people and you sliding into this position. They're probably screaming, what out? What are they calling out to their team?
A-wash?
A, right? Because that's what everyone does, especially in this rank. A. And you're platinum, right?
I'm gold.
You're gold. Okay, perfect. Let me switch you back down to gold. So even in this rank, everyone's gonna be like, "Hey!" That's all they ever say, right? So if they're calling that out, then immediately that's when your team or the enemy team is gonna start rotating. So now I'm thinking in my head, okay, for someone to get from CT or from waterfall to this position, I'm thinking, okay, at this point they've already called me out, so they've started rotating. So I'm gonna guess they're probably right around here, or maybe here. So 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5. 5 seconds, give or take, it would take for someone to peek from CT. So 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5. You should be dead right now if they reacted fast enough. Okay, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000. Boom, they shoot at you now. Okay, so within that range of 5 to 8 seconds, someone should be in CT. And that's why I was like, holy crap, someone could be there. And that's all just from working under an assumption of where I think they're going to play based on my past experience. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. The wall through tree, just have to aim above the physical wall. But it doesn't go as far as through the tree, and that's it. The better walls go where the orb is in the aim. Goes all the way back to the back site. Okay, I have to see what you're talking about. T. Rah, goat.
One is spawn.
Stealth. There's one flank.
Small thing.
Stealth. There's one flank.
This is an easy cleanup. Something that we talked about in the last VOD, right? So you're reloading, you're in animation. Oh, you're taking a fight and you can't shoot back, right? If someone's on the flank right now, you're dead. So just ensure yourself. It's like take a half a second more and make sure you can shoot back. It's just that simple. I hate having to tell people this, but I see it so often. It's like, come on, don't do this. Don't do this stuff. Make sure you can shoot back.
There's one flank, one more.
Oh! Shit.
Okay. So I understand the thought process of going for the gun. I get it.
Stealth. There's one flank. There's one flank, one more.
I just don't think you do it in this situation.
Oh! Would have probably been better, yes.
The reason why I say this is that, generally speaking, every decision that you make should be to bring down the timer, right? If you're moving up in there and you're chasing through that wall, you're now forcing a fight. And it's okay, because if you do damage in this round, it's fine, because you're on eco, and I'm okay with that. But I think you had a real chance to win this round. And if you had played from tree, I think it would have worked out for you too.
Expecting her on the right side.
Or you both go together and fight that one person, because you know the other person's supposed to be in CT and one's on flank, because that was called out. So yeah, I think there was a chance to win here. I think we just let the ball go on this one. You should buy a goat mask. I'll fund it. What's a goat mask? Like an actual goat? A physical goat? Thank you so much, Zip. I'll do those push-ups in a little bit.
Oh.
So these sessions work best when you're interactive, so if you have questions or anything like that, feel free to ask right away. Any question's good. This is including chat. Sounds creepy, yeah. Alright, so one thing I'm going to say really good job on was how you peaked this. That being said, there could be marksman here. I don't know if it's something that you should do. What I'd rather you do, again as Neon, go into your sprint, run across here, get to this position. So that when someone comes up behind you, that person's chasing after you and trying to shoot at you, while this person comes in and swings an easy kill. Okay, and that's the mentality you want to have as a Neon. If you're peeking this angle like this as a Neon, you're getting less value out of your movement, right? You're just being any other character. You might as well just be Jet.
They fell on B.
I'd wall here and then move up.
You mean wall 2B or?
No. You'd wall right through here to eliminate this angle and you fight CT.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. It's also, you also don't really need to do this anymore. There you go. You got your timing down. There's going to be one to your left now, probably. Uh-huh. Okay. Wow, that was scary. I think it's still behind you. Good. Could be on stairs. This is a call you could have made. So he's probably on stairs, probably one directly in front of you. Based on how long it's been taking for everyone. Here comes the guy stairs. There he is. And there's going to be one CT now. That's not your job. Look towards CT. You lost him. You lost him. See? So this round here, I think what happened is you're doing a form of cat protocoling. You're like, oh, there's a gunfight over here. I want to go after it. That's not your job, though. Your job is to look at one spot. Typically, in a post plant, what teams will do is they'll call it what they're looking at. Right? The players will be like, I'm watching CT. I'm watching CT stairs. I'm watching the connector door. I'm watching flank. Someone will say something. And then their role is pronounced and set up. If you are looking for frags and leaving your positions, it creates opportunities for them to be able to get into sight and cause problems. Because people are expecting you to look at, for example, CT. But as soon as you looked away, now that person walks right through. So this was your responsibility, right? So I want you to get into the habit of calling what you're watching. Because people are expecting you, this Gecko here is expecting you to be in stairs watching it. That's why he's looking over here right now, right? But you didn't say anything, you just left him. So now watch what Gecko has to do. He sees you go here, he's gonna have to go back, right? He doesn't go back. He's not watching it, right? Now no one's watching it. Now Gecko can be shot in the side, right? And they were all expecting you to watch the stairs or be in the stairs. Now you're watching here, you didn't say anything. So now your Gecko and you are cross-firing an angle that you're not even useful on. Whereas the Gecko could have been shot in the side. Now he realizes what's happening, he's rotating over. See that?
Yes. So should I just have stayed where I killed the Reyna? Because I think I was thinking like, okay, she probably knows where I am. Let's reposition.
Well, I told you exactly what you need to do. If you're going to leave that spot, you need to call it out. I'm not watching stairs anymore.
That's all.
Right?
Okay.
Or you play deeper in the stairs and you play this angle. So you prevent them from moving in. If they come in, you fall back and you say, hey, they're on stairs, they're on stairs. Immediately, Raze will be looking that direction for you as well. Right? So it's just as simple. You have, in a post-plant situation, you call it exactly what you're looking at. And that way, everyone else can play around you. And there's no confusion. If they end up dying from other locations, then you can fill in and cover them. But you are watching one specific location, and that's now your role in a post-plant. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's your responsibility. So now you look away. So you see this guy in the minimap, you're like, oh, I want to go after that kill. Well, now no one's watching CT. And look at this. Oh, he's on CT now, which you would have caught him for, right? Or Gecko would have caught him for either. Either one of you.
Mm-hmm.
And that could have been really bad if the chamber was alert to killing Gecko in the side, and Gecko would have been pissed off at you because you were supposed to be watching that the whole time. Make sense?
Yes.
Mm.
How do they still have money?
Well, they kind of do.
What do you mean? I don't hear the voice chat.
You don't hear anything?
Not the voice chat, no. I don't think it's... Oh, wait. Okay.
You probably
Now I
muted
should
your
hear it.
stream. Yeah.
Yes. How do they still have money?
It's still... They do and they don't. Alright. I would not go B in a situation like this, though. In fact, B should be your last resort, in general. How old do I have to... You can be at any age, Minotaur. Any
Nothing
age.
there. One there, 2B, 2B. Flashing. Go see.
Just make sure your parents know that you're purchasing it, that's all. You have to get parental permission to purchase.
Go see! Wait, what the fuck, guys, are you doing?
We're literally going C.
Nah, I talk about the fucking Cypher and Gecko.
Could be dead from CT here.
I think he actually comes.
This is all mental projection, okay?
Mhm.
I love open plants, but only when you were safe, right? Now, unfortunately, if you had the bomb earlier, you would have been safe. Because here's a general rule of thumb. When you are going to plant open, you need 2 situations to be completed, or 2 rules need to be completed. The first one is, if you get 2 kills on site, you're good to go. Because by the time the other people rotate, you're probably
What
fine.
the fuck, guys, are you doing?
Right? The other...
We're literally going C.
The other rule that needs to be satisfied, like in this situation right here, you have site control. You could have planted open, it would have been fine. But now you have to go grab the bomb. So now you're actually not safe based on timings. Because if we talked about how long it takes people to rotate from here to here, remember those times are in my head, and I'm thinking like, holy shit, he's going to peek out on you. Right? There he is right now too, he's in CT. You see him. So you didn't pay attention, that's what happened. Okay, so here's the rule. Or here's the protocol for you. When you are fully safe, you are looking
Go see!
at the minimap. This guy's so annoying, holy fuck. When you are fully safe, you are looking at the
It gets
minimap.
better the match.
It should be an instantaneous mute, by the way. Instantaneous mute. Anytime someone does something like this, you completely mute them. Because nothing that they're going to say is of any positive reinforcement to you. I guarantee you. Right? I'm going to talk a little bit more about why you can freely mute people in a ranked environment in a little bit. Because ultimately, we have done so many of these VODs. Like, we're probably up to about 500 VOD reviews. And the average score that our chat gives for the quality of comms for a teammate is like 2-1-0. That's what we normally get. So you can fully mute everyone because the amount of quality comms you're getting or useful information you're getting from your teammates in a ranked environment is next to nothing altogether. Okay? So look at your minimap right now because there's no sense in looking at your crosshair. See? So your minimap right here, there's no need for you to be looking at your crosshair right now because you know you're safe. Oh, look at where you're planting. And we know
Yeah,
chambers
if I
right
would
here.
have seen him, I would have never planted there, of course.
Yeah. So this is a very important piece to awareness. I call this the driver's protocol. The driver's protocol, do you drive cars?
Yes.
Have you heard me talk about this before?
I think I did, yes.
Okay, I'm going to repeat it again because it's an important lesson. And this ultimately, guys, if you get this part down, your awareness will be through the roof. Okay? There are 3 layers to how safe you are to look at a minimap. Okay? The first one is called active mode. When you're in active mode, that means you are pretty much 100% going to take a fight. This is when you're peeking into the threat line or in a spot where you have not cleared. If you're in active mode, you cannot look at your mirrors. This is kind of like in driving, the equivalent of driving on black ice. You're gripping the wheel really tight. You're hoping that you don't swerve off the road. You're paying full close attention to what's going on in front of you, and you're very freely looking around at your side view and rear view mirrors. Okay, so active mode here, you can't be looking at anything. Sentry mode. There is a low chance you're going to take a fight. Usually what happens is in this angle, you're probably holding an angle, like a passive aggressive angle, kind of peeking in and out. And every time you're in cover, you check your mini map and then you peek back out, you look towards your crosshair. Okay. When you're in passive mode, it's the opposite of action or active mode. Okay. This means there is 0% chance that you are taking a fight. So a couple examples of when there's 0% chance you're taking a fight is when you're planting the bomb. Because if you're planting the bomb and someone peeks you, you're dead. It's that simple. So there's no sense in you looking at your crosshair. You're looking at the mini map to figure out where you're going next after you plant that bomb. Okay. Another example of this is when, let's say you're chamber here and we go towards A and we go to plant the bomb. He's rotating. There is 0% chance he is taking a fight in any of this area here. 0% chance he's taking a fight over here. Okay. So in that moment, you're checking the minimap, your eyes are pretty much plastered to the minimap. In the example we just saw here, you were in passive mode when you were going towards the bomb because there was 0% chance you're taking a fight behind you, and the guys on B were covering your door. So you knew that in situation, you were fully safe to be looking. Had you done that, you would have taken this in. That's the first piece. Now, to go a little bit further, sentry mode is when you can use driver's protocol. When you're driving a car, you will actively check your mirrors, no different than you will in Valorant. Your mirrors are your kill feed on the right hand side, which every time a kill happens or a fight happens, I'm always curious and I flick my eyes to the right to see the result of that fight. What I will do naturally is then look to my scoreboard. I'll look at the timer, I'll look at how many players are alive, and that will immediately give me my answer as to what I need to do next. Okay, because everything can be determined off that part. I'll then confirm where the fight took place so I know what happened. By the time I've got that information, I'm looking back down my crosshair. Now this may seem like it's a big process, but ultimately, as you practice with anything, it will be slow in the beginning, and then eventually it'll get faster and faster and faster, to the point where it takes you half a second to look at all these things and you're back down, you've already made a decision. That's where I'm at right now, but I've been doing this for 20 years. So give yourself some time and patience with that. If you practice that element, you will make so many more better decisions altogether.
We're not worthy.
Muggsy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you.
He's to the backside.
Silver. Glad you got it. Very good that you're using a relay bolt before you peek. I would relay bolt this as well. Relay bolt this before you peek out. I thought for sure they'd be there. There you go.
What a fun.
Good.
Mushu HYPE.
Vixen, thank you so much.
HYPE. Mushu HYPE.
Thank you so much, Vixen. For the
Okay.
tier 1 sub, appreciate you, my friend. Okay, so you hear that voice comm that Gecko's giving right here?
Much likes me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is actually a really good piece, right? So it's not even about what they're saying, it's the fact that they do say something. When you have your character comms on all the way, they will unfortunately give you these annoying parts in the beginning of the round, which is one thing you got to deal with. But there is something valuable there. Every time they see something, the character will call out numbers. So the point I was going to make about comms in a ranked environment and how you can mute everyone else, if you have your character comms on, they cover everything. And they often do it faster than a player will. Okay, so you're going to get more than enough information from them, just from the comms alone. And if you have your mini-map, you work on that skill, that's more important. You can get a lot more from that than you could from any person's communication, based on what we've seen. And I'm going to prove that this round. So chat, we're going to play our favorite game. I want you all to give the student's teammates a rating out of 10 for the quality of comms they give to him. Okay? Out of 10. 10 being perfect. Sign these guys up for EG. They're playing in the next VCT Masters.
5 months
1-0
only. It only felt like
for please
yesterday when I was
uninstall the
lost
game and
AF
leave the
Valve.
Valorant community altogether. Okay? You tell me what it's going to be.
Jericho, take the spike.
How to control, guys?
Morgan, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you for resubbing. Appreciate you, my friend. 5 months now. Congratulations. It's awesome. Quality of comms? This Ray said nothing.
I know exactly where you are.
Wingman's gonna plant spike. The wingman's down.
Gecko said nothing. But see, Gecko said one enemy A. Did you hear that part?
I think.
Let me go back. Let me go back.
I
Listen.
know
Your Gecko said absolutely fuck all. Okay, but listen to Gecko.
exactly where you are.
Listen to the character.
Wingman's gonna plant spike. The wingman's down. Here we go.
I see an enemy A or something like that. As
Yeah, it
soon
was
as
overlaid by my ult.
yeah, you couldn't quite hear it because of that. But it's still that's better than what the player gave you, right? There's a perspective right there. Okay?
I love how it bounced, by the way.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
They literally said nothing the whole friggin' round. Nobody said a damn thing at all, period. Alright? This is like minus 100 comms out of 10. Alright? Terrible. Literally. Guys, if you are dealing with misogyny, bigotry, racism, any negative feedback, mute everyone, period, because nothing that these people are going to say to you is worth any value, period. You're literally getting better communication from the character comms than the person controlling the character. How wild is that? How wild is that? Okay? How many times do we got chat? 0, 0, 0. Everyone giving zeros. How wild is that?
One of my cameras is broken.
Can't remember why I wanted to talk about that, but
Spike there.
it's because of the amount of information that you get, right?
Deposited.
So the point being, mute this guy. No need to even have them. Make sense?
Did this guy say anything?
They said nothing. Nothing. No one said anything. No one said
So I
anything.
mute her for being silent?
No. He said something prior. Remember how he was screaming at someone for
yes.
going to see? Fucking mute
Yes.
him. No need to hear that shit. He's just distracting.
You want to play? Let's play.
Okay. We're lucky here. But one thing that you need to start calming at the beginning of the round, and here's the thing. You can mute everyone, but you can still be heard by everyone else. Okay, so you still practice your communication. You just don't need to listen to anyone else's. Okay? So,
Yes.
you see an obvious threat at the top of the screen. What's the threat?
The chamber ult.
Correct. I want you to repeat this for people because I guarantee you, in your rank, you can't trust everyone on your team. You can't trust them to be alert to this stuff. I can trust you, but I don't trust them. So I want you to repeat it anytime there's an opportunity where a threat is popped up, an obvious one like this. You just calm it out. Another common one you can do is when you press tab. I don't know if you did it here. When you press tab, you check their money and you see if there's a chance they could purchase an operator.
One of my cameras.
Okay? I don't think it came up. Let me see.
One of my.
There we go. Can they have an op this round?
They can have 3 ops.
They can have, for sure, I think 2 ops they could. Because they have chamber op and they could have sky buy an op for someone else. Right? there's a chance that Jet could buy an op as well. So I just want you making the calm. There's a chance for an op this round. Or at the very least, communicate when Chamber has ult. Okay? That way when people peek, they don't just wide swing like your teammate did here.
Fucking deposited.
And just die to an op right off the hop. Right? Now, how do you peek when there's an operator threat? This is an important piece. You need to jump peek. Have you ever done a jump peek before? Mega, see you later. Thank you for coming by.
Yes, kinda, but I definitely need to practice them. That's why I usually don't go for them in ranked, because I just end up standing out in the open.
Okay. Can you hop on my stream really quick? It'll be easier to see this.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to show everyone how to do this properly. Because I keep talking about it, but I never show it in game, so let me just quickly do it real quick. It's very simple. To jump peek, you hold W, you let go, jump, and you press S and D. Or you press A and S, one of the two. Okay? So, let me just show you an example once I get into the game. So if I'm going to peek this angle, loading forward, I'm pressing the buttons. I'm not even moving my mouse. My hand's off. I'm literally just scratching my head. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Okay? Don't have to do a damn thing. It's one hand. You're pressing your W, you jump, SD. Okay? You have freedom of movement, middle of the air. Let's say we're doing it the other way. Same idea. Off, like this. Okay? That simple. Okay?
Okay.
Just turn off the audio here. Okay, we're back onto your Discord stream. So you jump peek the angle to clear it for a potential threat, or you use utility to clear it out. One of the two. Chamber's probably CT because that's where he normally plays. With his operator. This Jet's still alive on site.
Oh my lord.
Chamber's gonna peek in CT in a second here. Oh man, you had to do it. I don't blame you, but I was like, the one thing I would say is you have 2 relay bolts. Why not lead in with a relay bolt here? Because you're trying to play super secret agent through a smoke that will reveal you when you go into it, right? So it might as well be leading in with a shock or a relay bolt because they already know you're going to be there anyway, right? This is the right play, just the slightly wrong execution. See you later, Zilver. Thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate you.
Hi. Fight's not over, you know.
Ways I can buy for you.
Can I get a drop?
Go rush C. A, I mean.
Can die?
I need to blow something.
Rushing close.
Hawk out! Go, go, go! Hawk out!
Rushing close right.
Spike sticking. Thanks, little man.
Probably coming up from flank. One, two. Two
Two
in the
stairs, 2 stairs.
three.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Again, I really don't like the pathing that you're choosing to go in here. I think it's too restrictive for Neon. Bomb is not planted for you here.
2 stairs, 2 stairs.
Lots of options. There's a million things that you could do here. One of them is any utility usage is great. Your goal once the bomb is down is to bring the timer down. So right here, time starts ticking. They have 45 seconds to get onto the bomb site. So everything that you're doing is to stall out them moving onto the bomb site altogether. Okay? So your wall could be used as a deterrent to move in. Your relay bolts can be staggered to slow them down from moving in and taking space. You can basically control the pacing here. For example, throw a wall right through here. Why not? This will have this blue wall that will pop up here for a couple more seconds. That will keep them from peeking out or pushing into the site for a few more seconds. That's all going to stall, okay? Throw a relay bolt towards CT spawn right now. Like, throw it right here. You see the flash? Throw one right here. Slow them down from moving into the site. Throw one right here before they peek out. Anything. So right now we're not using a ton of utility, and we're just taking straight fights, which I understand you could totally do, and it could work for you, but I would rather you play statistical, which is to bring this timer down. Everything that you do is to bring the timer down. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Two stairs, two stairs.
Oh.
Does he get killed from me? Okay, no, he doesn't.
Need some help. Thrash is ready.
Did you press tab? Didn't press tab. Doesn't look like it. Okay, every round you have to press tab. This is a non-negotiable from now on.
Yes, honestly, I thought I would. It's honestly a shock to me that I don't.
Thrash is ready.
It should be so ingrained to you, it's kind of like brushing your teeth in the morning. You're just doing it. Because you need to know what's going on. You need to know how close they are to their ults, what the situation is. If we lose this round, are we on eco? These are all questions you want to ask yourself. Right? Like, how important is it to win? Do we need to invest our ults this round? Can you make a suggestion? Yes, you are the next one, T. You're the next one.
Good dog.
Wall across here. Yeah. Wall across here. And then work with your raise. That way these guys are holding back a little bit longer. Okay. Again, we're not really fully using utility here to the best of our ability. T, can you wall through this? I think you can, right? I could be wrong. That one might not be. I think right here. I think you might be able to. It might be thin enough. It's worth trying. If not, you just come to the corner and you wall that spot.
I have flash, I have flash.
Relay bolt, prevent them from moving in. Relay bolt, relay bolt, relay bolt. Slide across.
Close right, close right, close right.
Wall.
I have flash, I have. Wait, don't peek, don't peek. Shut up.
Nice job. That was a bit better with the util usage. Okay, so why are we breathing so heavy? Why are we breathing so heavy?
I told you my mic wasn't set up correctly.
No, I don't care about the mic. Why are you breathing so heavy? Why are you feeling pressure in this moment? Nothing?
No, nothing.
I have flash.
What's the worst case scenario if you lose?
Well, we lost a round.
What's the worst case scenario if you lose this round?
I don't know.
You play another round. I'm trying to give you a perspective here because you're sitting here being stressed out about the result of a round when you can always win the next round. You know what I mean? Like in this situation, take a look at this. You're in a 2v3. Bombs down which is great for us. Who's statistically supposed to win this round? Who do you think?
Attackers? Defenders?
Defenders most likely because they have 3 people, right? You have 5 HP, things are not looking that great. So in this situation, if you end up winning it, it's a bonus for you. It's good. So what you need to have is the mentality of that, statistically, I'm not in a spot where we can win. We could, it's possible, but they're in a much better spot than we are. So regardless of what happens here, I'm going to do whatever I can to see if I can make something happen, right? So you kind of let it just go at that point. Your mentality here is that it should never bother you, the result of the situation, because we're in a losing situation as it is, statistically, right? So let's just see what happens. You change your mentality to it. And if you end up losing the round, it's no big deal. You were supposed to statistically lose it anyway, right? And at the end of the day, too, we talked about this a million times before, right? If you lose this game or if you lose this round, you can always get your RR back. It's not that big of a deal. Take a deep breath. You don't need to put this much pressure on yourself. And if someone in game is giving you pressure, well, we talked about this, mute them. Because ultimately, they're not giving good comms anyway, right?
Close right, close right, close right.
Does that make sense, or am I just saying shit right now?
No, it makes sense.
I have flash, I have.
Thanks,
Wait,
Raw.
don't peek, don't peek.
Like, you're clearly not breathing right now. In this situation, if you have to exhale that much at the end of it, you're clearly not breathing. I want you to, in these moments, like if we had a heart rate monitor attached to you, it'd probably be, you'd be doing cardio right now. I want you to really control your heart rate. And the way that you do that is you can practice playing with a high heart rate, or you can start regulating your breathing. Okay? Inhales, long inhales through the nose, longer exhales through the nose. In these moments where you're starting to feel pressure, really focus on the breathing aspect of it. Okay? Now, if you want to get more used to playing under pressure, I do this in quotations, what I want you to do is go into a deathmatch, but before you start fragging the deathmatch, I want you to do a minute of jumping jacks. And then go into that deathmatch with a higher heart rate and try to hit shots. That way you're more used to that environment of you having this elevated heart rate where your emotions are going all over the place. Because now you got to refocus and still perform with this higher heart rate. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Shut up.
Tinkerbell, thank you so much for the follow. Hi Nuha. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. I used to do that all the time, T. I used to do that all the time, T. Okay. Here's another little thing for you. The bomb does not have cooties. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I want you at the start of the round, pick up the bomb and drop it off near the barrier you're most likely going to hit. Drop it for someone else. If no one picks it up, at least this bomb is closer. Because what happens is all 5 players think the bomb has cooties and no one picks it up. And then what happens is we go into the site and we're like, aha, we just talked the site. And then the bomb's down in T-spawn, or in attacker spawn. And we're just sitting there going like, ah, shit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So don't let that be an issue. Don't rely on your other teammates to bring that spike.
But
Just
also
bring it
love how
yourself.
he just said spike in chat instead of picking it up.
Right, exactly. Because Cypher thinks that the spike has cooties, right? I love what you're doing here. This is how I clear it as well.
I don't really like entering into tree, so I just act like I would make the enemies think I'm entering tree.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, I love what you're doing here. This is really good. I don't think this is the character for it. I think you should be leading in. You should be in the front of the pack. Right? I think this is a different character role that you're playing right now. It's like almost initiator or controller. Mm-hmm. So usually that's what I would be doing, is being, you know, a piece of shit out the door, making them really worried about me pushing in. And that limits their options of where they can play, right? They can't play in tree because I'm constantly threatening them. I would be spamming this spot to eliminate all the angles they could be playing in. So yeah, it's good. I just don't think this is the right role for you. I'm still worried about them just flanking here. There's nothing here. Our Cypher hasn't put anything down. And he
That's
died
why
there.
that's why I was standing further out, I think. Because I was holding it pretty far. The whole angle.
Nope.
No?
Nope. Standing here because you're not fulfilling a role. That's the reason why. You weren't thinking about the flank right now. You're not thinking about the flank right now. You're thinking about, oh, I want to work a pick indoor. That's what you're thinking. I don't even think you're aware that could be an issue right now, because you could be dead right now. They could be here. Right? 15 seconds, if they ran out and they said, oh, they're all rushing A, and they just run right through and start flanking right away, you're dead right now. Timings are not working for you. Right?
Doggy.
Especially right now. You're very dead right now. Now you might know. Now you might know. But honestly, I still don't think you are, because you're now focusing on this guy. You're not even thinking about that as being a threat yet. See, because you just peeked yourself towards that flank again. You actually, for a brief second, peeked 2 angles. Oh, you just reloaded in front of a threat angle. You know what I mean? I don't think you were, personally, based on what I see. Okay, they're both on A.
What I would say is that this is one of those rounds
How
where
did
it's
this
a perfect
come out here?
example of where I'm just thinking about too many things at once, to be honest.
You're thinking about too many things at once.
Yes, like for example, as you saw, I did peek myself towards the flank, but I also put myself into a position where the flank wouldn't immediately kill me. If they come out of, what's it called, main.
You put yourself in a spot where you didn't think you'd be killed from main? Is that what you said?
Yes. Where they have to push out at least into... I don't know the names by heart, sorry.
Okay, well, as I was saying, you know, the issue here that you're having is you're playing a different role while you're playing Neon. Like, you're playing what a controller would be doing. If you're playing a traditional Neon with your Rays, you guys are taking space and they're baiting you. So you wouldn't even be in a spot like this. So I think that the pure issue of you not playing your role right now is giving you this confusion of what do I do next? Because you're not fulfilling what makes a Neon a Neon, which is to take space and to move up.
Okay.
Okay? I think if you're playing a controller here, your duelist would be taking space and it would all flow and make it simpler, and you guys would probably be on site planting right now. Right? And then if you're in this position, you're like, well, I know they can only be flanking, they can only be at the door. Right?
How did this guy not see her?
He is an aggressive player, right? Absolutely. Neon's very aggressive. Neon's an aggressively taking space kind of character. Toxic, thank you so much. Shouty, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I think I'm up to 100 now. 1, 2, 3, 90. I gotta do 90 push-ups. Yeah, so the guy in chat gets the opposite problem where he plays too aggressive. Yeah, I think you're playing too passive, he's playing too aggressive.
You stand right side.
So, like, what's your plan this round? What are you gonna do? Because backing up here is confusing me. What were you planning on doing this round? Let's watch it again.
I had absolutely no plan the entire round.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna challenge you to do from now on.
I think I just wanted to go somewhere where I can get some more value out of my ultimate.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do from now on. I want you to make a plan and announce the plan to your team, regardless if it's right or wrong. Regardless of how silly you think it might be. I want you to just call it out. Let's say, for example, I'm going to use my ult towards B. I'm going to wall across here, and I'm going to run right into B. And you do that at the beginning of the round, pre-round. That way, all 4 of your teammates are on the same page as you and can play off of you properly. Okay?
Honestly, I don't think I knew I was going to do that before I hit the button.
And this is what I'm saying. You don't have a plan going into the round. So I want you to make a plan. And even if it's wrong, you still commit to the plan. Just do it, right? Commit to your plan and do it. And then afterwards, you see the consequences of that action, whether they be a positive consequence or a negative consequence. You learn from that experience. Whereas if you're just running around with no plan, well, now you've got a million different options of things that you could have done, and you're not sure where you went right or wrong because you didn't know what option you should have stuck to. Rather, if you stuck to one of them, you're like, okay, that did not work because of this, this, and this. If I want to do that again in the future, I now have to counter this, this, and this to make it work. Now you've learned. Rather than running around in a circle like a dog chasing his tail with no real reason for doing so. Do you know what I mean? Okay. What's up, Wisp? Good to see you.
The thing
Neon, why
is...
you baiting?
Sorry?
Hello, Neon. Hello.
I kind of agree with Nay here. It's like, why are you baiting?
Okay.
Right?
I must say, in the moment, I thought, and I'm still not sure, how exactly did I bait him?
Okay. I'm going to walk you through everything that happened here. Okay? From the beginning. First of all, you have no plan. So you have not committed to anything. Everyone sees you with them, so they're expecting you're going to go in with them because you have not said anything. So you motioning forward makes them think you're going to do something with them. So what happens is you move forward with them, and then you suddenly change your mind. You suddenly go the other direction while everyone else is running in, and he's about to flash and do some other shit for you so that you can get space. So you've changed. The act of you changing your mind in his eyes makes him feel like you're a baiter because you're not doing anything towards what the team is trying to do. So now your team is all dying and he's watching you run the other direction. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, here's where the fix is. Again, at the start of the round, you say, I'm doing this, this, and this, and you commit to it. Don't change your mind, just commit to it. Because if you run in and you get immediately killed, your teammates are behind you trading you because they know exactly what your plan is, right? Now you get value off your death versus nothing, right? Whereas when you do this, you move forward and you act like you're going to make a move, your teammates are expecting that, and then you back off and change your mind randomly and everyone dies because of it.
Okay, I often have the case that in the beginning of the round, I'm thinking for like the 20 seconds the round timer goes down.
Yep.
What am I supposed to do this round all time? And I still don't have a plan at the end.
What are you supposed to do if you don't have a plan? Is that what you said?
Basically.
Okay. There is never a time where you do not have a plan. Because if you are spending time doing anything else other than planning, then you are not prepped for the round. It's that simple. You have 30 seconds, right? Now, at the beginning of a buy phase, what you should be doing is you run to the barrier you're going to attack. Okay? So you're running to the barrier that you're going to attack. In the meantime, while you're running there, you're thinking about all the fights you're probably going to take. If they're all long range, then you're going to want to take a long range weapon and buy that weapon. You buy all your utility. And then you say, I'm going to go towards A. I'm running through main. You don't have to talk about all of the utility that you're going to be throwing, but you could ask for Sky to flash around this corner, for example. Let me show you what this looks like inside Valorant. Okay? This is one example. Okay? You say, I'm going towards A. I'm going to run in through A main. I'm pathing through A main. Stay with me. Sky, can you flash through here for me and land it right there? Great. You go and you commit to it. You throw whatever utility you want to throw. You get to this position. Now your Raze is with you, and they're right on top of you. Now you're running in. You may die here, but Raze ends up getting a trade. Okay? Plan done. It's that simple. Okay? Every single start of the round, you should make a plan, and it doesn't have to be a perfect plan. It just needs to be a plan. And let people know what you're doing. Communicate your actions so you don't run into these situations where people are expecting you to make a move and then you change your mind rashly, randomly. Okay? So the answer to your question is, there's never a time you don't have a plan. Even if the plan is silly, I still want you to make a plan and do it. You've got 30 seconds to make a plan, and just call it out. Say, I'm going to do this, this, and this. That's simple. Okay?
Doggy.
Okay, this is the same round.
Eastern, right side.
Man. So like, even if you calm that you're gonna re-wrap or whatever like that would have been fine. Like if you're changing your mind, you say, I'm going back around, I'm going back around, I'm gonna flank, I'm gonna flank.
One enemy remaining.
Any confusion on that?
On that specifically, generally no, but I'm still a little bit confused on about, as I said before, I sometimes spend all 30 seconds just thinking about what I can do and just overthinking everything and making like 10 plans in my head and then not committing to anyone.
Pick one. Just pick one. Like I said, what you're telling me right now is that you have 10 different plans. You're worried about it not going well. Don't worry about that. Just focus on finding a plan and sticking to it. Okay? Whatever first comes to your head, I want you to do it. Right? And then afterwards, when you're VOD reviewing, you look at the situation, you look at the plan that you made, and then you make a judgment call on it. Like, was this a good move to make? Right? Because if you're going to sit here with 10 different plans in your head, you're not going to decide on what you want to do. Right? And now you're just running around in circles. Again. Right?
Like I literally did.
Oh no.
Yeah. You're just going to be running around in circles, running into walls.
Ah, what?
Jose, I felt this guy's anger. Twitch Octo, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry I missed that. Twitch Octo 47, welcome in.
You want to play? Let's play.
So again, another little small thing that you can make as a call out is, hey, chance there's an operator here. Okay. Let me go back. I think what's getting you killed here is you're not taking the lead on this fight. Again, I would be sprinting across the rubble. There should never be a world where Cypher takes the first peek. Okay? You run across, you dodge that first shot, you jump across there. Cypher peeks into you and gets a free kill. I'm so surprised no one's flanking. So like another little action comment you can make here is I'm checking flank. Right? Small things, I'm checking flank. Now if this guy ends up lashing out at you after you said that, it's like it's not on you anymore because you said that you're checking flank. But because you didn't say anything and Sky's expecting you to be here, Gecko's expecting you to be here, if they're not checking their minimap and seeing you doing that, then they're going to lash out at you. It happens all the time. So communicate your intention.
Last player standing.
That's bad.
Excuse me?
I said let's move ahead.
Also.
So run across to rubble.
Should I have just gone because I was waiting for the sky flash?
You can totally go. Because the flash, honestly, I think you're playing the wrong character. You're playing the wrong character. That's what's going on. Because with Neon, your goal is to take space. What I want you to do is get control of rubble as fast as you possibly can. That's all that matters.
Okay.
You're playing off of a flash, which is fine, but that's typically another character. That's usually a flex duelist that would be doing that. Because what you're trying to do is avoid a fight. To create a fight that will go in the favor of your teammate. Okay? Let me illustrate this for you. As a Neon, your objective is to make the enemy miss their first shot. That's what you're trying to do. Your
Yes.
slide then allows you to reposition well enough that you could win that fight easily on them, because they're going to end up chasing after you and missing a whole bunch of shots, and then you shoot at them and you're accurate, they're inaccurate. That's the idea. For any kind of fight, you peek someone, okay? Let's say it's Jet. You peek someone, and then you slide. He's shooting all over here, missing you. His inaccuracy is all over the place. Then, once you're done your slide, you shoot him. That's how it should look, okay? So, when you're going through this angle, you're peeking this like you're any other character. But the power of Neon is to avoid a fight, so that when she shoots at this spot, she misses you, and then your teammate comes in and cleans that person up easy. That's what you're trying to look for, okay? So, it's not necessarily that you're doing something wrong, it's just you're not fulfilling your role. What I think would happen here is that if you had, say, a Phoenix, that was fine. But you're missing opportunity for map control and spacing by not running across here. Okay? And again, like, a flex duelist here, so Arena, a Phoenix, Yoru, those are your three. This makes sense. Or playing controller makes sense here, being back here.
Spike down A.
So you can grab this bomb and leave here, because they're probably going to be in CT. They're on site. The flank finally came. This is what I was expecting the entire game.
Confused the hell out of me, especially since I was behind the wall in my mind.
Yeah, you peeked out enough. This flank, I'm surprised didn't happen sooner. I'll be honest with you, because we didn't have anyone watching flank ever. And your Cypher wasn't putting your utility down properly. Okay, so let's go on defense, see what's happening here. So the biggest takeaways here is there was minimal planning, and that confused your teammates, so they couldn't play off you properly. You also did not fulfill your role as an entry fragger. You're the lead-in. You're the one person that's going to be taking all the fights at the beginning, and you're avoiding fights to throw them off so that your teammates can make better shots. Right? That is the natural role of a Neon. It's a selfless role. You're moving around. You're being aggressive. You slide away from fights. If you hold an angle like this, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get immediately shot in the face. You cannot hold an angle like this. This is an on angle. An on angle and an off angle. Do you know what an on angle is?
Yes.
What is
It's
it?
where they expect me to stay.
Yeah, their crosshair placement is naturally going to be in a spot where they expect you, or they're going to swing out to it. Sometimes they'll pre-fire it. If they pre-fire it, it will look like this. The shot will come through the wall right at your face, and then they will appear on your screen. Yeah, and then they'll appear on your screen as your body is falling. Okay, if it's in an off angle, it's kind of like being behind the box on the right here. That would be an off angle, but you can't really stay there because it's a one and done, so it's a different kind of situation. But that would be a spot that are not naturally going to be crosshair placing. Okay, you stand here, especially if you move forward along this angle, you will get killed. I would be asking for numbers. How many numbers at A? I need to know what's going on. If they see all 5 at A, or they hear all 5 at A, I'm moving up with my knife. Right? I'm moving quickly. If I don't know that, which you don't right now, you don't know all 5's there, you could be peeked from this side very easily. Or peeked from this side. And you have a knife out and you're feeling safe. You should not feel safe right now. You should be having gun out because you're not sure what the situation is. You're making an assumption that at this rank, which will happen a lot, you're probably right, all 5 are going to be towards A. Right? You're probably right, but I still want you confirming because you want to be a higher rank. And in higher ranks, all 5 of them aren't going to be at A. You're going to have a Reyna lurking somewhere, you're going to have a Chamber lurking somewhere. You might have 3 towards A, a big group. Now they know you're here. They're gonna peek you for sure here.
On site,
I'm out of here. Spike planted. Last
Damn.
player standing.
You got 2 on site here and 1 long.
Go, go,
Probably double doors.
Sky's falling.
One on stairs. No, he's not there. He's on CT and then there's one stairs, I think. It might be one door.
Out of here.
There you go. So the other guy's CT. Tap the bomb instantly. Get off, 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 off. Just tap it. So you're tapping it so that you can take that fight. Student missed orb in B. Should you take it? Yeah. Go back. If you take the orb here right now, you reveal the flank Vixen. So his whole point here is to not be spotted here. So you don't take the orb there. If you're wrapping back around and you've already been revealed in this situation, there's nothing wrong with taking the orb, but they are taking sight, so you're kind of wanting to move fast. So yes and no, Vixen. So you know there's one to the right, and you know there's one on flank. You tap the bomb, you can tuck to the left-hand side and try to isolate a fight on this guy, and then peek out on this guy. That's your only option, really. One of the two.
Yeah.
Sticking it to a half would have been insane, but regardless, it's the chances of them not peeking you together pretty low. No, it's his Discord. It's not mine. It's his on the bod. Sorry, Magma. I'm gonna have to modify my VOD submission details to making sure that there's absolutely no Discord sounds. This is the second time we've had this. We've also had people giving me lower quality VODs, and they've also been giving me split and fracture, regardless of the fact that I've been telling them no split and fracture. So I'm gonna have to reset my VOD submission things to make it very, very clear. All right, you don't know what's going on right now. You don't know if you're safe. Guns out, good. You don't know you're safe here?
I saw the
Watch out,
gecko
there's a cypher trip.
on the map.
Does he have this angle? No, he just has it now. Right?
But I
out,
put
there's
my
a
gun
cypher.
out before I peeked
No
it.
cypher.
It's
Dead one, exactly.
I'm gonna let you go on this one. If I see it any more times, I swear to God, I'm calling you out on it. And I know I will. I know I will.
On 8.
You're trying to gotcha me in these little things, like. See, like right now, what I would be doing, as weird as this sounds, but this is the role of Neon, I would be running in fast and having my Cypher bait me. Move around, jump around, right? Get in there. Slide and then go for a right click. See, like, run right over to the right. Run right here. Slide into him, take a right click on him. That's what you want to be doing. Oh, run. What are we... Huh? Okay. Where are your eyes right now? Since you put yourself in this position, where are your eyes right now? Where do your eyes naturally land on the screen?
I think I was looking if they dropped a gun.
Okay. 1, revealed on the minimap, which there's no reason why you should not be looking at the minimap right now. Okay. 2, revealed on the minimap. 2 people alive. Your teammates are fighting, and you're thinking, ooh, I want to pick up a gun. Do you know what I mean? You
Yes.
see how that could be counterproductive? Sure, it's great to get a gun here, but your teammates just died. Oh no. Shoot. There you go, good. Okay, so another little thing. Again, when you are safe, which is right here. Okay, watch this. Okay, you go behind the cover. Look at your screen. This guy's coming behind. I would re-peek this and shoot. I'm going to probably die, but that would set up my Sky for a free kill. Okay? So, again, right here, you peek out, shoot, which you just basically did, which is good. Shoot, get his attention to look at you, so that Sky has an easier kill. These are all little win conditions. So you missed 2 win conditions here. The first win condition is, hey, look, 2 people here, 1 person dead, both my teammates fighting the Reyna. Get in there. Fight him. Okay. The second one. See an opportunity.
What the?
Distract, distract, distract. Peek out wide. Let him come in. Okay.
Ooh. Free Vandal. I take this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Vixen. Cat protocol from the enemy point of view. So yeah, on defense, again, you know, another thing I want you doing is calming out what your plan is. What are you planning on doing here? Right? What do you think you're planning on doing here?
That's a good point. I don't know anymore, and I can't tell from what I'm saying.
Okay. I want you to calm it out, but I'm willing to bet you're probably going to play aggressive here, based on where you're positioning. Your Cypher's playing with you to probably play passive completely. Right? So this is now going to be a problem, because if one person's playing passive and you're playing aggressive, you guys are working against each other as opposed to working for each other. So for example, a play that you guys would do if you both are on the same page is this. Cypher would still be able to set up his trips wherever he wants, but he would throw a cam this deep. You would get to this position and he would spot it. As soon as he sees someone, that's when you peek out, because he breaks the camera gets broken, and you peek out and get a free kill. Okay? That would be something that they would do. Right? But what's going to end up happening, I'm willing to bet, you're going to play aggressive. He's going to set up all of his trips, all of his shit right over here. Over and over again. Just drop all his crap here. Right? And then he's going to sit right back here. Right? We want to play some bets in chat. Who wants to bet that this Cypher will not play with the Neon? Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe I'll be surprised. Yeah, so you're playing aggressive, and he's just watching a wall. Oh! He's gonna be aggressive with you! Let's go! Oh, nope, he fell back. See? He was too busy texting. But again,
no, that was the wonky.
Again, I don't blame him for any of this, because you didn't tell him what you were doing. Okay. APRXL, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. The cat protocol essentially is a psychological thing that players will go through, just like a cat. If you shine a laser onto a wall, the cat will freak out and go after the laser, disregarding any health and well-being. A Valorant player will see an opportunity for a frag and go straight for that frag, putting blinders on everything else and just focus on that one thing, because that's the only thing that's important to them. Meanwhile, their entire team is dying around them. That's what cat protocol is. If you were to make an example of the round prior, our student saw a gun on the ground, saw there was 2 fights going on, disregarded both of the fights and went for the gun. That's like a blinders cat protocol kind of thing. You have one fixated mindset and you're chasing after that one thing while everything else around you is blowing up, right? Now, you can take full advantage of this, because when you give people an opportunity for a fight, they will keep chasing. Like this Cypher, for example. The Cypher saw him, he kept swinging out on him. And that's what got him killed. He's like, ooh, kill, I'm gonna go after that. Okay, so, another small thing. Can we get a dizzy? Can we get some sort of utility from the front end, from here, so that when you peek out, you can take a cleaner fight? Is that possible?
I think so.
Yeah. Now, this is where I'd be asking for utility if you're going to make a play like this. First of all, you don't have to do this because your HP is really low, by the way. The chance of them being in that position is very, very tiny. Incredibly tiny. It's probably like a -3%.
You mean where I just checked?
Yes. Yeah, in that situation.
I could swear I heard a Cypher cam back there. That's why I checked.
Okay, fair enough. So like here, ask for utility, ask for a flash, ask for a dizzy, and then peek into it. Because then what happens is all of them will shoot the dizzy. They'll look at the dizzy, and then you peek out into a clean fight. Okay. So the exact process Say, care mini map, I'm flanking, I'm right behind them. You flash, Dizzy. And I'm peeking out. 3, 2, 1. Like anything like that. Can you nade? Can you Dizzy? Can you throw this? Can you throw a camera? Anything. How's it going, Dibbo? You want me to look into your eyes, eh? Alright. I'll look into your eyes. There you go. Just got plat again? Congratulations. Congratulations. I think this right here alone, like you communicating a plan at the beginning of the round, is going to be game changing for you, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
There. Careful here.
Okay. Can you ask for a camera here?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so that would be another opportunity to ask for utility to clear out certain spots so you can start taking space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you ask your Rays? Can you ask your Sky how many people are on A?
Kinda. I mean, they certainly don't have tree.
Okay, wait. You're worried about the other team being here? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
How long does it take for someone to get from here to here? Do you know?
I honestly don't know.
There's only been 10 seconds into the round. So I don't think so that they can be there. Especially considering the fact that your team is looking right here.
Mm-hmm.
And looking here.
Mm-hmm.
Your teammate is pushed up B. So I'm willing to bet they're pretty much all here. There's a chance they could be here. So ask for a cam to clear it out. If there's no one there, you know they're going to be A. Because your teammate's already pushed up. Can you see how this is all formulating?
Mm-hmm.
They can only be A at this point. We don't know though. So now you're going to be, if you move up
Watch your back,
here,
Echo. I think there's one behind you.
there's a chance. Good, so you didn't know. You could have confirmed it with a camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, so ask for information on A. How many do you see? Numbers on A. Numbers on A. Cypher, can you cam for me to clear out C? Can you cam here? Can you throw a cam? Anything. These are the things you need to start doing a little bit more of. Because you're making decent plays in terms of taking space, but you're not getting enabled either, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other thing too is who directly enables you on this comp. Who enables you? Who's your main initiator, if you will?
Echo?
Sky more. The
Okay, yeah, Sky.
The reason why Sky, because Sky can get her shit further than Gecko can.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be moving fast. So if Sky leads in with a bird all the way through here, you can move in, slide off that bird, and take a fight. Right? So I would be asked, since Sky is actively communicating, the only one who is really communicating, you guys can totally set something up and make that play. Right?
I'll show them. Yippee-ki-yo.
I try to IGL, but no one listens. You should... Okay, this is another on angle that if someone comes out, they swing you and then pre-fire this angle. And it's a problem. Your Cypher was trying to move out with you as well.
Jet on C. Ah. Jet taking the open C and... okay, someone's taking open C, Jet is coming.
Just say 2-1C. 2-1C. Dogging in, dogging in. There's 3 here for sure. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up all the way, back up all the way. Alright, that's fine too.
One enemy remaining.
So, my reason for backing up, I'm a very defensive player. And I know that they're moving in off this. So, all I'm thinking of is they've got to probably be on me right now. But looks like they're all back here, which is fine. And now your team is starting to move up.
I was thinking, because I threw the relay bolt, that only like Jet could come through anyways. And then there's also the Cypher trips.
Start from the beginning. You were thinking what?
That because of my relay bolt, only Jet could potentially get through.
Because of your what? Your relay bolt. That Jet
Yes.
can only be moving in.
Everyone else would be stuck either back in the bolt, behind the bolt, or in the Cypher trips.
Okay. That's all fine and good. Here is a mentality. This is the textbook, okay? Just so that you understand. The situation calls for you're playing aggressive here, right? But my natural response is always to back up and give up space. And the reason for this is that generally they're going to lead in with that. They're going to run in. You have the trips, that's great. You have all this stuff. For them as well, higher rank, they're going to pre-fire here. So you backing off is important. So if you take this fight on the Jet, he calls you out, he sees you on the minimap, these guys shoot through and they kill you. Okay? So backing up was my immediate response to give up space. And then you can peek from here if you wanted to, if you really wanted to take a fight. But you're in a 5v3, you don't need to. Okay?
Okay.
This rank is gold.
Nice.
Lower elos tend to get odds your calls are too complicated, possibly. Lower elos tend to get overwhelmed even by just playing, so they can't hear the comms. Potentially raw. Simplify your calls instead of directing where people should go. Can you flash for me here and smoke this? Is good enough. Exactly. Yeah, simplifying the calls is so important is what they're saying. And just keep it simple. We don't need to have a super high complex to be able to
Get out of my way.
win a round. That's better what you're doing. Like every 3 seconds you peek out, sort of thing. Like 1, 2, 3 peek, 1, 2, 3 peek. Dibbo 5 stacking is tough because you're going to be playing against other coordinated teams, and if you have 5 people that are random that you haven't played with, and you're 5 stacking there, you're probably running into a pre-made, and it's probably not going to be easy for you.
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go. Pre-fire. Yeah, there you go. Oh, no.
What the? It's hurt my soul.
Hurt your soul?
Yes.
We're going to watch it back in slow motion.
Go, go, go.
Okay. First shot went into a leg because you weren't standing still. So the way that you peeked it, I think you probably peeked in a diagonal. Let's find out. How's it going, Ellie Bug? Good to see you.
Go, go, go.
Yeah. 2 direction keys. You go to stand still, but you haven't fixed off your other direction key yet. So because of that, your first bullet goes off to the leg. Second one follows over the crosshair. Now you're pulling down into the leg, even though you've been bursting. So you're going for 2 bullet bursts and then you're pulling down for some reason. So there's a couple of issues with your gun control altogether. If you're going to be tapping or bursting 2 bullets like that, you pretty much recover almost instantaneously. It's like half a second, if that. So you can just be aiming for the head the entire way through.
What the?
Last play.
You're reloading in front of an on angle.
Stand green.
Okay, so to make this cleaner,
Go, go, go.
first question we're going to ask is, are we at head level? No. Okay, if we're not at head level, where is head level? Is there a marker that we can use to be able to line up head level for this fight? Can you see any? I can see one.
I have like 3 pixels on my screen right now.
You have 4 pixels on your screen. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Start it again. Can you see now?
1 second. A little bit.
Go, go.
Can you see?
Okay, I'm just looking at the stream because it has more pixels. There's statue in the background.
A statue in the background?
FE?
How about this line?
Okay, yeah.
That would be your marker. So you're following along that line, you'll know where head level is. Okay, so that's the first piece. So when you're peeking out, you're going to use that line as a reference point. Okay?
What the?
When you peek into a fight that you know is going to happen, period, it's one direction key. You should be giving them the D in this situation.
Yes.
It's fun for you, fun for me. Give them the D.
Last player standing.
This jet just keeps committing suicide on you. Be aggressive here. Peek out again. They're going to be running it down on an A.
Almost out. Spike planted.
There's a chance they can be on stairs to your right. Yeah. Can we get a prediction in chat, please? Why were you so surprised here?
I was surprised because I just died so quick.
You also
Like,
used...
I don't know how many frames she was on screen, but it wasn't long.
You also slid into this spot too. You don't want to use your slide like that. Think of it like a jet dash. Your jet dash is like a way of getting out of things. Your slide is a way of setting up the fight. So if you were to keep running here and got caught, you would have slid, she would have missed a shot, and you would have taken the fight. Okay, it's very important for you to understand this. This is Neon. You take the fight by running up, you see them, then you slide. Then you take the fight, and you shoot them. Okay, the entire time you're tracing their head. So it's not a rotation tool unless it's absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. Backwards slide is OP in gold, apparently. I don't know, I think slide in general can be OP if it's used properly. Alright, so full buy here, or you're gonna go for your ult. Okay, the only thing is that if you win this round, you're now going to max out.
What the?
So what's better? Keeping my ult for the next round or
Probably.
maxing out?
No, keeping your ult for the next round and buy here.
Okay.
Yeah, because now you're gonna lose money if you end up winning. And if you end up losing, you lose money too, actually. You lose a couple hundred, I think, if I'm thinking correctly. Alt and go.
Well, now I have a gun.
You picked it up, but your plan... Listen, this is what I'm talking about, right? Your plan was to alt from the beginning. Commit to it. Don't change your mind. Don't change your mind. Call you're going to do it and do it. There you go.
Go B, goes B, goes B.
Out of charges.
Good.
I didn't mean to throw the second Q.
If you say one of my creatures, it's a good thing, right? We'll figure out. I can buy. Who needs what?
Same thing applies. Just calling out your plan. What kind of things do we have to worry about this round on them? What do we need to worry about? What are they going to do this round?
Eco.
Are they?
I would think so with 2 people below 3k.
Look at it again. Is there a chance they can do more?
Yeah, Chamber could ult and buy for them, I guess.
Yeah, Chamber can ult and buy for Cypher, and then Jet can half buy here. Maybe like a bulldog or a guardian, and then buy light armor. So they can totally go for a buy here.
Okay.
Right? Now, if that's a threat, call it out. And don't peek long range without a jump peek. Right?
You want to play? Let's
Can't
play.
hold this angle. Can't hold it.
See, at least 2 people.
Right? Well, okay. He's dead. If you wall across, he can escape. Right?
Jet is still on.
Go. Oh, run it down. Run it down. The thrash is coming in.
See?
Oh. There was a chance.
Jet is right on the corner.
I know exactly.
Spawn. Don't go down, don't go down, don't go down, away from me.
Oh man. Yeah, I'd be breathing like that too.
Well done, but don't fill up.
Can someone buy me, please?
I'm out of here.
Ellie Bug, you notorious reload after kills so bad. You playing Call of Duty? Ellie? Playing too much Call of Duty there?
I've got your trail.
Okay, it's probably gonna be BA area. It's from Apex. Alright, back off, remove the dart. You don't have to commit here. Woo!
Found the spy.
Dude.
I'm out of here.
It's good work, Slide. Okay, good.
Last player standing.
So, when I was telling you no, yeah, Vixen said it too. You had 8 HP, and like you opened the door and you went into take a straight fight like you had full HP. I was like, ooh, this could be bad. This could be bad. And the time in which you did it was in a 3v2, I believe. Yeah, so it's a 3v2 situation, and you're taking a fight. Okay? So now it's 2v2, but it's 3v2, and you're taking a fight, 8 HP. This is exactly what they need to make it a 2v2. This is like a Christmas gift that you're giving them. Wrapped in a little bow.
Take this. I'm out of here.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Okay. You're here. They said it was there, but it's possibly could have gone down. So there's a threat here and there's a threat here. So now you position yourself in a spot where you have to flick down. It's likely he's probably still in spawn, but there's a chance he can be low. He's low. He's low. See? So we had to wait, unfortunately, for the plant to make that move. It was unfortunate that it bounced like that. Let me see what happened there with your stun.
Take this.
Oh, this fucking game, eh? Don't you hate that shit? That happens to me all the time.
It happened before, and I think it will happen one more time in this game.
This game's fucked. Like you literally hit it on just an angle that it ends up hitting both those spots, which just fucking sucks. That's what I hate about Neon. You have to make sure that you cognitively hit a flat angle. It's just like you have to critically think about it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I was trying to hit the wall behind the Reyna
This is infuriating.
with the bounced.
And if you, based on my mathematical skills here, I would say that you would hit this and you would end up hitting that wall there and you'll be good to go. So it'd
Yeah,
bounce
that's
off
what
like
I was trying, I think.
that. Like, all they gotta do is just make these JPEGs and not have freaking jotted walls like this. Like, why is there jotted walls? Make it all flat.
Doesn't even have to be a JPEG, they can just make the hitbox convex.
Or just make it all flat. Yeah, exactly. Make it flat. But then it would throw off people too, because people are using it for a certain angling. Like all these little indents they have. Fuck, it's annoying. You hate to see it. You're rotating really fast for no information. 1, 2, 3.
Still
There you
back
go.
there.
1, 2, 3, 4. You don't know it's safe? Okay, you're good now.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
That's how it should look every single time. Hang on, let's go back through this and see where your crosshair placement was. Oh, look at that. It's pretty well aligned with our hit marker, isn't it? See that? So now you know for sure. That's exactly what you need to do. Indents are good for Cypher, and I think that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, the indents for Cypher would definitely help it a lot in terms of the lineups of the actual wire. Very true, Dibbo. Very true. So, we're going to go over one little concept here on this round, which I think is really important for you. And it is alt comboing. Okay? You have 2 alts available. And one of the alts here, you can obviously detain a whole bunch of people. I think one thing that you can do is have this thrash lead in, you pop your ult and follow it in after it's gone through. Or go into another angle altogether. Fire this thrash somewhere, be aggressive with it, and then peek out into that detainment and go for it with the ult. Okay?
Let's go.
If you have your Sky with you, the Sky can throw a flash deep, the Thrash can go in, and you guys can play aggressive on something. They finally countered the Gecko. Good for them. Because he's been flanking every single round. Like that. Gonna lurk and grab food. Thank you so much, Devo. Appreciate you.
Spike planted.
I'm out of here.
That was good with you sliding in that moment.
I'm out of here.
But the slide is one direction, which makes it really easy. So
Yeah.
you moving in here, you might have had to wait and let it open up again.
Honestly, I just think I didn't expect her.
Well, is this area all safe? Like, is it an
No.
area that, yeah, exactly. So the biggest problem with iron to gold is not knowing where the threat's coming from. It's just that simple. So you're overcommitting. And this is something that I feel like I've seen shades of pretty much every single round. I've mentioned it like, you don't know you're safe, you don't know you're safe, you don't know you're safe. Well, you didn't know you were safe here, right?
Yes.
And this is like just you seeing it, like actually being punished for it. So we've been knocking on the door of the this is not safe situation for quite a few rounds now. This is the first time you're actually getting punished on it. Kromsky, good to see you. I'll go on and just playing Call of Duty Zombies and
You have
you guys
cage,
for fun.
you have something, you have...
Watching you while playing Valorant, but my sleep schedule and health made my in-game performance drop because of energy level. I'm still going to stay followed and hop in once in a while.
Oh my
Spiritual
lord.
regret. Appreciate you, Kromsky. I'm glad that you're taking your health into your own hands right now, which is good, and making sure that you take care of yourself, because ultimately I'm a health care provider to a degree as well, and I want to make sure that you guys are staying healthy and controlling your sleep schedule and all that good stuff. That's the thing. Like, if you want to perform in anything, Kromsky, you got to make sure you get at least 8 hours. Get 8 hours in so that you're feeling better and able to perform at your best. So definitely can understand that grind. So I'm glad that you found your peace, if you will.
Get out of my way.
If there's ever a situation where you have enough money, just make sure you have the Vandal in your hands as well. There's no sense in not doing it. If they're on a full buy and they can't just take your weapon away, then yeah, you can ult with your Vandal. That way, if you ever run out of your ult, you still have your Vandal to back up on. Again, man, like, we don't know where to say.
This completely destroyed me.
Well, I mean, it's the same problem, right? Again, this whole area is a threat. We're not in it physically. This area is a threat. Not in it physically. This area is a threat, right? So this, and this is where they could possibly be, right? When you're in these spots, your gun needs to stay out. It's that simple, right? If you're going to be pushing through and flanking, you need to be able to take a fight. Now, the other thing that you need to understand is that there's a natural teeter-totter to how the map should be played based on how your team is taking space. Okay? If your team on A is pushing, then what happens is our defense on the opposite side needs to tilt the other way. What I mean by this is if you were to draw a line across here, okay, and your team is moving up from here, then your defense has to naturally be behind this kind of a line, okay? You cannot afford to be aggressive if they're being aggressive as well, okay? So the bigger group will take precedence. If there's two people that are pushing up on this spot and you're pushing up over here, then they take precedence because they're more likely to be successful on an aggressive push being in a group of two people versus you being alone here. So you overextended because they were overextending on their spot.
Okay, but wouldn't it be good to have them in between us?
It would be fantastic. That would be a fantastic play. But you know what wouldn't be? Them killing you and then them running all the way through C while these guys are just jerking off in T spawn. That would be the problem. Okay. Now, in theory, 100% that can work. If you had another player with you, that could work, right? If you had people like that and you guys were pinching and you guys were just trying to retake B from here, that works. That's fine. But I would say that in this situation, if you're alone, you cannot afford to be hyper aggressive. You cannot afford to die. So if you want to move up slow and take that space and know everything's clear while these guys are being a little bit more aggressive, that's fine. But you definitely cannot lead in first. They have to be the ones leading in. Okay?
Okay.
How do you keep motivation to gym? I'm so unhappy with my body, but I somehow can't consistently go. Okay.
What?
To go to the gym or to do anything, for me, for motivation, is that it's not just about me when I'm working out. It's for everyone else. I need to be my absolute best. Not just for myself, not just for my girlfriend, my family, but also the people that are relying on me. That would be like you guys, right? If I'm not in my best shape, both mentally and physically, I cannot perform these sessions to the best of my ability. It's that simple, right? So for me, I need to do this for you guys. That's why I go to the gym all the time, right? That's where my motivation is. Now, for some of you in chat who might be on the older end, think about your families, right? For a motivation point, your independence, whether you like it or not, will affect your family, okay? If you are not doing everything in your power to be as healthy as you possibly can be, someone is going to pay for it along the way. Might not be you, but it could be a family member. Because all of a sudden now, you need this support or that support. This is like later on in life. And we can't avoid all of it, but we can definitely fight the good fight, right? We can push it back off. Our quality of life can massively improve just by, or the longevity of our quality of life can improve massively just by putting a little bit of time in every day. And for someone who's starting out, who's trying to find any kind of motivation, it doesn't have to be an insane workout. It could be just a walk. As long as you're moving. We need to understand that movement is medicine. It doesn't necessarily have to be a snatch or a deadlift or a big friggin' weight squat. It could be something so basic as just moving and putting yourself in the right direction there. You don't even necessarily have to go to the gym. Just start off. For anyone who's having a hard time starting, just start with a walk. Move a little bit more than you did the day before. Because it's not just about you, it's about everyone around you. Because your health affects everybody. Okay, so again,
I understand.
What do you think is the fix here? You being a Neon player, what do you think you should do here?
Light.
You could I would prefer you don't slide, because your slide should be to reposition for a fight.
So just run over.
Run across. Exactly. We're changing the mentality here. Here's the thing. You're leading in, and then you stop right here. Right? Let me just show you this visual. Because I've talked about this on TikToks before too. You're running in here, and you stop right here to take a fight on this person. What ends up happening is your teammates try to follow in behind to trade you, to work with you, and then they bounce into you, and they get blocked. Because they're following the exact line that you're following. So now you die, and then the next person peeks, and then they die, and the next person peeks, then they die, because you're all lining up. So the first person going in, and I've talked about this before on TikToks as well, the first person going in, if you're thinking for the team, not for yourself, you're thinking about, how do I create space so the next guy coming in can get a free kill? I run across here, that creates space for him to peek out. Okay? I bait the shot because they're cat protocoling on me. They're chasing after me, shooting me, whereas this guy gets a free kill because now no one's shooting at him. Okay? I'll give you another example of this. This is something that Steel did. And no one got to really see this one because only 32,000 views, but take a look at this.
Is this a silly play by Steel or a 5-head play? Let me know what you think in the comments.
So in this situation, he decides, because Sage is so close to me, I'm going to be the sacrificial lamb, and I'm going to move across the screen. Watch this.
He's being...
Then his teammate gets the trade. Problem with this community is that in this moment right here, I was going, oh my god, Steel, that was a fantastic play. But I guarantee you, everyone else watching this was like, what was he trying to do? And sure enough, watch what Bumpa says.
Nice shot, nice shot, nice shot, nice shot, nice shot. Well played, well played.
And this is the problem, right? This is why I keep saying frags are not that big of a deal. It's not that important. It's the plays that you do for each other, especially in a moment like this, right? In a team play environment.
Is this a silly...
Yeah. So, you see what I'm talking about? He moves across the screen, he's just spraying, but his teammate's able to pick him up. So, even if your teammates don't react the way that you want them to react, you running across here is naturally going to bait a shot and make it easier for you to take space. Okay? And you're creating space for people to be able to fight off you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Can we do a quick 1-minute toilet break?
Yep, go for it. I'll take some questions in chat while we're waiting for this. There was someone who said something about nicotine. Let me see, what is that? Hydrate or distrate. I actually like that angle a lot. I got invited to close beta for the finals. What's the finals? We're doing well. Intense. Does nicotine affect how you play Valorant? I would say yes. I would say yes. Think of it like this. How can I relate it? Okay, think of it like a mosquito bite. Okay, when you scratch a mosquito bite, you have a momentary... What's the word? Not relief. We'll say it's relief. We'll say it's relief, okay? You get momentary relief when you scratch a mosquito bite. It feels kind of good. So you get rewarded by that. And then naturally, you're going to want to keep scratching that mosquito bite. But you know if you keep scratching that mosquito bite, it's going to eventually break, bleed. It might be a permanent scar on your body. Okay? When you smoke, it gives you that little sensation, a little dopamine effect, like, it feels really good. Right? But overall, what does it do? It leads to things like lung cancer, things like that, right? So if anything that feels good in the moment, like eating a bar of chocolate, for example, feels good in the moment, will probably have a negative consequence to your body in some way, shape, or form. And I would say, would it affect Valorant negatively? Probably, right? If you have a natural addiction to something and your body is telling you to focus on that rather than focus on Valorant, well, then you can't put 100,000% into Valorant. So I would say that smoking would also have that situation. Nicotine probably would have that kind of effect on your body as well. So.
I'm back, hi.
Welcome back. Okay, let's go back into it.
Chamber city.
It's just logic. I don't have any science behind it, guys. I'm just saying. Logical. It just makes sense. New game in beta? If there's a new game, like a new FPS, I will definitely play that. I'm down. So you've done the same thing over and over again as well. This is another piece. I want to give you some other examples of things that you can do. Okay? Play aggressive towards B. Have Sky flash for you. So you can peek out. See if there's information there. Back off. Other things you can do. Play aggressive to grab Rebel. Throw your relay bolts through here to slow them down. Ask for flashes so you can move into Rebel and take fights from Rebel. Hold that space. If there's no one there, you can start flanking on A, or you can just hold the space and have everyone rotate towards B and C and stack heavy there. Okay? Bye guys. Let me do this again. I'll do it in Valorant Plant so we can see it. Okay? So on defense, you've played the same way pretty much every single round, which you need to break right away, because if you're gonna struggle in any rank next, it'll be platinum because you're repeating things over and over and over again. Okay? So if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's going to be super predictable. People are going to shoot you in the face. You got to change it up. So I'm going to give you some other options. So what we were talking about before, where you can throw the camera up somewhere and then play aggressive off the camera and take that space, that works. That's fine. So that changes it up from just peeking in and out from here. If you want, you can go towards mid. Get your Sky or get your main enabler to flash through for you, so you can be aggressive here, take some space. You can either push through or you can fall back knowing the information that they're not going to be towards B. Okay? Other options, you can take control of Rebel. Rebel is a very strong position on the map. You can ask for smokes if you have a controller. We don't have a controller in this comp, but you can ask for utility to get you in there. So Sky can flash down here. You can throw your relay bolts here to here and then here to wherever it ends up bouncing as you're running across here. Now you hold this space and they either come into you and you fight them from Rebel, which is a really powerful position to be in, or you rotate everyone else out of A to go stack heavy towards B and C because you have all this control. From there, based on what happens, you can either push through or you can rotate back from CT. So there's like 3 options of things that you can do right away. That's not the exact same thing of you going in and out like this. Okay? Just change it up. Call what you're going to do. Ask for what you need. And make a play on it.
No. A.
Go. Go and slide. Run and slide at them. They're looking at this guy. They're looking at these guys right now. Run and slide. You kill both of them. I promise you. Run and slide. Do it. No! Oh.
What the fuck? No.
There's a timing for everything. Okay? This is cat protocol again. If they're taking fights over here, they're going to disregard anything else, because this is the most important thing in their life right now. These 2 guys right here. They will not hear a damn thing. I promise you they will not hear a damn thing. You run right at them and you slide. Worst case scenario, they kill you. But that worst case scenario, these 2 end up killing them because they're now focused on you. So either they're going to focus on these 2 here and you're going to kill both of them from behind, or they're going to kill you and your teammates get an easy trade. It's one of the 2 options. So this is the exact moment when you need to do it. Now, run right at them. You right click around the corner. This is the one time I'm telling you to slide around the corner, because you need to do it for speed to get in position so that you can shoot them, right? But in most cases, you would run at them, they would see you, then you slide to avoid their first shot. This one, you need to get there quickly to catch them for a timing.
What the fuck?
That Jet didn't know you were there. He was just walking around. And he's like, oh, we just killed 2 people here. Let's look over this direction. So
No.
It's unfortunate, but it's because you're taking too long. Go ahead.
Yeah, to me it was just the fastest flick of all time.
Nah, he was honestly just picking up his mouse. He had no idea how to control his mouse. He's probably held a mouse for like 2 months. And he just magically saw you there. I promise you, he had no clue you were there at all.
Probably the reason why I'm still alive.
Yeah, exactly. It's your boy Ricky. If you're interested in some coaching, just direct message me through the Discord. This is an on angle. They are there in B. There's a chance they come out and pre-fire this
Maybe.
angle and kill you instantly.
It's A.
Okay, they're going back towards A. There was still one towards the right side. I'm not sure if he got away from there. He could be creeping on you on the right side. I'd be quickly clearing this.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds?
Shorts on C.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe C.
Planting on C.
Planting.
Oh, fuck this.
Spike planted.
Yeah, I don't think you can spam that. Confirm
No,
or deny.
that's when I
chat.
realized that you can't. Because the bullet holes aren't black.
Yeah, but I think that it needs to be an Odin for that one. I think an Odin would be able to spray that one.
Yeah, but I don't like Odin.
No, I'm just saying, in that situation, I think an Odin was what you needed to be able to spam through that. I'm not telling you to use it. I'm just saying I think you needed it. I think you could spam with an Odin.
I was hoping I could. I couldn't.
Yeah, Odin and Ares. You can with any high pen gun. High pen being an operator, is that what you're saying, Ratty? Sheriff, Guardian, Odin, Ares. This is why I say the Guardian's the best gun in the game, guys. If you have any semblance of aim, just fucking use the Guardian. Look like Demon 1.
What?
Your reaction is... You're blowing my ears up every time you do it, but...
I'm so sorry.
But your reactions are funny. The situation here is...
Oh, fuck this.
Okay, so you know where one is? The planter's there. CT's clear. So that means they can only be on site. You know CT's clear because the flash just went through here and no one was appeared. Okay? So they're on site. So what you need to do, and this may seem like 2020 hindsight, but it isn't. You know that the only threats are on site. You didn't even check your right corner. He's on top of the box, but you check the right corner, then you check the box, then you look around here to site. That's what you gotta do. So you're singling it out using the wall to make sure that there's nothing that can shoot you on the left-hand side while you're scaling into site. Okay? Where did I die from?
Kill.
Alright. Marshall might be able to as well. Good to know. I feel like you'd be a really good Phoenix, man.
But I don't wanna play Phoenix.
Why not?
I don't know, it's not fun.
But it's fitting your playstyle perfectly. Like you're wanting to be the second or third win in every single time, and you're wanting to lurk as well. This is a lurky play. Your play should be to be attacking the main entrance, right? You're trying to hit the side lanes. So everything that you're showing me right now is Phoenix play, literally. You find it boring. Why do you find it boring? Because it doesn't move fast enough?
I don't know. It's always been like this. In every game I played, I always played some agent with some major movement ability.
Okay, well then if you want to do this, you need to change the way that you're playing it. Because your main entrances are the way that you want to go. This side entrance here is actually inhibiting your ability to move fast and maximize Neon's abilities. While he was planting, you could have opened the door to make him worry about you as well. When he's going for that bomb plant. It's like a small thing. I think you're missing a lot of the opportunities for win conditions and getting situations in your favor. Jose says, if he loves Neon, he should change for her. You change for Neon. You change for the girl. Okay, you're getting caught off guard again, and you're freaking out about it. But you should know there's a threat here, and you're peeking into an angle using a walk, right? You're peeking into a very real threat, walking around the corner. This is a recipe for disaster. Okay, so anytime you peek a threat, it needs to be a quick 80 strafe, right? You're clearing angles, you're slicing the pie. Instead of looping this corner, you 80 strafe at head level right here. You clear this spot. Then you back off with your 80 strafe. So you're going D and then A to go back behind the corner. Then you go D and A and you clear this sliver. Then you go D and A and you clear this sliver. Okay? You're literally taking every single angle at head level, peeking with intention. And if you're doing it this tight when you're moving A and D, you can actually just keep shooting. And it will pretty much be like you're standing still because the movement that you're doing here is within like 2 steps. So within 2 steps, you're doing something called dead zoning. When you're dead zoning, you have this availability between your presses of your keys where your shots will go dead straight. So you don't have to commit to any kind of spray downs. You can keep moving around and still shoot accurately at the target. Rather than looping around into a very real threat and making yourself a very easy target to shoot. Very easy target to shoot.
Just looking at the map.
You were looking at the map, you said. Well, this is definitely not a time you look at the map, right? If you remember what we're talking about, there's a very real threat here. If we had those 3 modes, you have active, sentry, and passive mode. What are you in this situation? Are you active, sentry, or passive?
Active?
You remember? You're active. If you're active, you cannot be looking at the minimap. Period. Okay? You know you're active because you're moving into a very real threat. Very possible threat. So you should be looking at the center of your screen, crosshair area, and ready to take a fight. This is a long finish.
I think 15-15.
Oh, you guys draw?
I think someone draws, yes.
Man, they're taking a long time. I'd be worried. Are we worried about them pushing you right now? Okay, they're at B. Yeah, there's one C. Don't give it up. Don't give it up. You got your first pick. Everything is beautiful. We have A control. We have B control. They're only going to be in front of you. And you're going to give them the kill. Why are you so surprised? I feel like you're not taking in information here, man. This is the only spot they can be. Right? Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. 2 people C. 3 people C. 2 left.
4. Yeah.
Wayne and Chamber left on C.
Can you throw a neon wall through there? I'm curious. I don't know where you would be able to use that, but you probably could, couldn't you?
Where exactly?
From the waterfall through here. I'm curious, because that looks really thin.
I don't know.
You
Is
can't?
there a wolf
Okay.
above me? Good job.
T says no. Tried it earlier? Okay, thanks. That's the cool thing about this game is that you might not have a whole lot of hours on one particular character and you're just like, I wonder if this would work. Right? You might dominate on like 3 or 4 different characters, but you never get a chance to play this one. You're like, let's try this one out and see if this works. Because you never know when that might actually help you. Maybe there's a retake that you can do with that. What is a good agent to lurk with? Phoenix, Reyna, Chamber. The controllers can be really good. So Omen can be good. Asher can be good. Those are like your top 5, I think. If you needed to, you could Jet, but usually Jet's going to be a lead-in character. Usually Neon's a lead-in character. Raze is usually a lead-on character. Anyone can lurk, just the most effective ones are the ones that can move around the map fast. Yoru is a great one, as an example. Anyone that can move around the map really quickly to get to a position they need to get to if the team needs them. This is better. What you're doing here is better. You're leading in. You're taking space right now. You're setting up your team. The only difference here and the problem that you're having, and the reason why you're probably not doing it a lot for yourself, is you get killed because your teammates aren't with you. Had you announced what you're doing, your teammates would be right on your ass right now and trading you. Okay? So this is a very important piece for you. We've covered this several times for the VOD. You saw him on minimap.
Yeah. Well, I didn't in the moment, but I know I could have.
But like everything you did here, this was your best version of Neon I've seen the entire game. It honestly was. And you're probably looking at this like, well, it wasn't a good result. I'm like, yeah. But now this is where the communication comes in. This is where you say, I'm doing this, this, and this. Right? I want to see this more often. Right now I'm doing it all on the fly, T, because I just don't have enough time. Don't have enough time. I used to do all the notes pre. You know that, because I did one pre with you. I'm doing all this on the fly now. There's 2 more to go. Okay, let's move ahead. Let's watch the last round here. I'm guessing you're going to play the exact same way. Sure, T. If you've got it uploaded already, because you're going to be on in like 5 minutes. Edits, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might have 5 there. That was okay.
It didn't bounce again.
Oh. Oh, man. Oh, God. Okay. Let's go back a bit. Take the fight. Take the fight.
I mean, yeah.
Walk me through it.
Yeah.
Walk me through it. What's going on?
I thought he was going further back because he was moving away from me. So I thought he was going into cover, and if he goes into cover in this very moment, he's not gonna come out in the next 10 frames.
Yeah, I think you think a lot. I think you're right. You do think a lot. So, you're a rocket scientist when you should be a grade 1 mathematician, right? It's not too complicated. Here's the thing, right? When I see this play, my mental here is that you're thinking I don't want them to know that I'm here, almost, right? That's what I'm gauging from this.
They already do. I destroyed
Correct.
the chamber trip earlier.
Correct. Correct. That's why I'm like, why not take the shot, right? Because maybe he pulls back. It's like it's not like they don't already know that we're here, right? Instead, you chose the more quiet route to swing this guy, and now you're exposed to 2 angles, right? So the thought process I have is that if they know where you are and you see this, do you take the shot and then you fall back off of it? If you miss him, you miss back. It's no big deal because it's a 4v3 situation. They know you're here, and now they're constricted just to rubble, which makes it so easy for your team to clean this up because you're just going to hold them here and you just exist in this position. You just stay alive here, right? But I feel as though our mental is to win this round, we kill all of them, right? And that's not wrong, but it's not the most efficient way to win. The most efficient way to win, or way that you should be making decisions that is statistically more in your favor, I've been doing this for 20 years, is to make every decision based around the clock when you're on defense. If their time goes to 0, you win. They have to do something to us in order to get out of the situation we have now snookered them into. They're now constrained in this small play space, and they're constantly worried about you peeking them from behind. So if you just exist here, it's so much more impact than you getting a kill and being traded off here, because now they have an escape. Now they can get out of the situation. Now they can go plant at C, right? And our team is going to be over towards A, and now bombs down in a 3v2 situation, and they have a chance to win the round. That's what I'm looking at. Oh, especially if Raze dies here. That could be really bad. Luckily, Raze got the kill. 2v1, it was still winnable for them. Does that make sense?
Yes. Good job, well done.
For that, I would need to literally stop you in the middle of the game and say, live, live, live. For you to understand that in the moment, I feel. Because there's a lot of these little scenarios that come up like that, where it's like, hey, win condition was this and this. you chose to do this, which was against the win condition, right?
Mhm.
Think about, how do you win this particular game, this particular round, in this particular moment? This is how you win it. I'm going to hold them inside rubble. I'm going to stay right here, and now they cannot leave without me knowing. Okay?
Yes.
This was a very complicated VOD, I feel, because you're a thinker, and it's okay to be a thinker. But I think if you're going to be a thinker, you need a character that can either play a little slower for your thought process, that will suit your play style. Now, the Neon player needs to think less, commit more. Okay? And that's something that this whole VOD has been kind of catered to, is that you're a very, very smart guy, and you're very statistical. But what you need to do to have success is find whatever play you're going to make and stick with that play no matter what happens. Okay? And then afterwards, you will decide from the consequences of your action, was that a correct move or an incorrect move? Okay?
Yeah.
If you want to play more like what you're talking about, you need a character that's going to be a little slower. If you like being aggressive, then a flex duelist like a Phoenix will be really good for you. If you like to be a big brain, switch to controller, because you're going to be taking less fights and you're going to be thinking more about where to place utility and then clutching out the round at the end of it. This is the role that I like to play, because like you, I'm a big thinker. I'm a macro player. I'm a chess master, a marionette master, if you will. I'm holding all the strings. That's why I like to play that role, right?
Whenever I play controller, it's just not fun for me, though.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask you. Is your goal to play for fun or to rank up?
I mean, both. I wouldn't play the game at all if it wasn't fun.
Okay. Then you have two options. You change your playstyle to what I'm talking about with Neon to have fun, right? Or you switch your role. Because both of them you can still have fun by playing controller. It's a different form of fun. Right?
Yeah.
If your fun is purely attached to the dopamine effect of how many frags you've got, then that's a bad mental to be in, because there's other ways to get value in this game. And as much as people will tell you only frags are the way that people will carry you, it's not true. Right?
Well, yes. Yes.
What are you going to say?
I forgot.
Okay, if you can think of it, you can let me know in chat, and I'll be happy to answer it as we go forward. Okay? How was that today?
Excuse me?
How was that today? How was it today? How was the session?
Good.
What was that?
I don't know what the answer is you expect. Sorry.
No. Were you happy? Did you learn something?
Yes, I think I did. Yes.
Okay, what were your top takeaways from today?
Well, for once, definitely on defense that I need to switch up more.
Yeah. Playing outside of your comfort or changing up your playstyle is very important, especially as a Neon. Okay? Did you see my TikTok on how to play defense as a Neon, by the way?
I don't know. I don't think I did.
This will give you clarity of what I'm talking about. I should have shown this before. I apologize. Let me show you this really quick. Here we go.
This is how you play Neon on defense.
Okay, keeping in mind...
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Okay, perfect. Keep in mind everything I taught you today, okay? I'm changing up my positioning every single round, okay? That's the first thing. I'm communicating what I need and what my plan is, and I'm committing to it regardless of what happens, okay? So now watch this. A dart for here, garden, the smoke here. Can I get the dart towards mid and the smoke window, please?
It's me, lobby.
I'm with you.
There's one right on
I'm playing Overwatch.
It's gonna be an A hit.
It's taking way too long. I think they're gonna cancel and go C. They're coming back C. Quiet. Remember I was talking about taking space on A long on Rubble for Lotus? No different here. Taking space on C long, right?
Two garage.
This is how you play Neon on defense.
Okay, so combine everything that I was telling you. This is literally in the 60 seconds or 30 seconds, exactly what I'm talking about when you're playing on Neon. Does that make sense?
Yes. It's
Perfect.
actually the thing what I thought would be the second takeaway was actually your tip number 1, ask for utility. That's exactly what I also thought when I saw the video, that I probably don't do that enough, and it seems like I really don't ask for utility at all.
It's a really difficult role to play on Neon if you're not being enabled. And the way you get enabled is by asking for utility. So the first thing you do is when you choose Neon in a game, you look at your comp and you ask yourself, who enables me the best in this round? Who enables me in this team? The answer is Sky. Sky sets you up. And Sky, coincidentally, is the one that enables you, or is the one who's communicating the most in this VOD, right? So they're definitely open to talking. And if you have a plan, they probably will play that plan. If you make a plan, they say, no, do this, you do what they want. There you go. You have a plan, right? Now you can actually do something together, right? And then if you have a teammate with you, if you have a Cypher, ask yourself, how can the Cypher set me up so I can be aggressive or do something along those lines? Cypher, can you throw a cam through here to cover this whole space for me so I can be aggressive on mount? Those are the things you want to do. Make sense?
Yes.
Good. What other takeaways do you have? Any other takeaways?
I'm thinking.
Okay. Chad, any takeaways from this VOD?
That I need to play less quote-unquote lurky.
Quote-unquote lurky. Yeah. Okay, so on offense, you have a specific role to play. Again, at the beginning of the round, when you're looking at your team comp, you ask yourself, what is my job in this comp? So you see this comp right here. You have two characters that are really effective at taking space, but I would say that Neon trumps the Raze on taking space. So both of you guys can take space, but you're probably a little bit more effective, okay? Because you can move really quick. So your role in this comp, being the main entry, is to attack the main entrances, okay? Raze has more flexibility to be more lurky in this comp, okay? Cypher will also be very lurky in this comp. These guys here need to be setting you up to the best of their ability to make sure that you can get into positions properly, right? So that's everyone's role in this comp. In this comp, you could not afford to lurk, and pretty much there is no situation where you could lurk with a Neon at all, right? Unless there is like a 3v3 and you're split out across the map, then it makes sense to do it, but you're pretty much leading the charge all the time. Chris, no miss. When to look at map and when to look at crosshair. Good session. I love that, Chris. That's a great takeaway. Good to hear from you as well. I know you followed recently. Appreciate you for coming in and chatting with us. If you haven't already, by the way, Chris, do join up on the Discord. It's easier to reach out that way. If you're interested in coaching, you can always direct message me through there. We also have 10 mans pretty much every night, so it's a really great opportunity to learn and grow as a player. So yeah, so when to look at your mini map, that's another really good takeaway, right? Those 3 modes that you could be in. This will take time to get better at, but you got to put some time into it to be able to fully learn it. Takes some time to get that all down. Cool? Okay, awesome. I apologize if I was a little hard on you today. I think I'm a little grumpy today. Okay. So I apologize if I seem a little bit hard on you. I really do have your best intention. I want to see you grow and become a better player. If you have questions, feel free to ask at any point in time. You can reach out to me, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Sound good?
I have one question about
Go
the
for it.
lurking thing.
Yeah.
If I'm playing in a team where I just played 3-4 rounds and know that nobody's holding flank, should I still just go
Well,
and just leave the flank open?
you're generally, it depends on the comp, obviously, but yeah, you're generally leading the fight. You're leading the one person. You're the one pushing in. So flank is never really going to be an issue with you, considering
But even
the fact.
if we've been flanked the last 2 rounds and still nobody's watching.
I'm gonna say this again. Flank is never your concern because you're the one leading in. The person who is going to probably be covering the flank is one of the 4 people who can't move as fast as you, right? You're going to be so far ahead that any timing that someone is going to be coming here is not going to conflict with what your plan is. Sorry about that. It's not going to conflict with what you're doing because you're so far ahead of it, right? The timing it takes from them, you're already on site. You should already be like back here or up here by the time someone flanks. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I can't think of a specific time where that might end up happening. Other than that, what you're talking about. Okay. If everyone is sitting here, what the fuck is going on? Let me reset this. I was gonna say if everyone is sitting on main, and all 5 of you are just here because like it's an eco round, there's a chance there could be a flank. Then yeah, there might be an opportunity there. But for the most part, you're pretty much going to be never in that situation. You're going to be pushed up. If no one's holding flank, call someone to do it. If you obsess over flank roll, switch to exactly when they're.
Well, that's my point. I had multiple games where I just had nobody watch it there. No matter if I asked or not. That's
great.
The point
but
I'm making.
Why does that affect you in this role? Is what I'm trying to say, right? If you're going to be leading in the push, which you're supposed to be doing, if you're doing this, you're doing the wrong thing, then this is going to become a problem for you. If you're outside of your role and you're trying to be a lurker as a neon, then this will be a problem. But if you're going in, it's not your problem. It's not your problem, right? Now, if you're super concerned what when they're saying about a flank, then you need to play Sentinel. But you won't do that because you don't want to have fun. Or you don't think it's fun. So even the other coach is suggesting a role swap for you at that point. So if that's one of your concerns, try playing Sentinel. But I know you won't. We aren't pushing in, so it rewards the flank. If there's an issue where some get flank timings every round, then we aren't executing correctly. You punish flankers by taking space. Correct. Yeah. So think of it like this. When they're saying is if there's a heavy flank or there's a bunch of people pushing through here, okay? That means they're probably weaker here. And that means you're not taking space through here fast enough. Does that make sense? Because everything has a cause and effect. You can't have 2 people here and then 5 people here. Doesn't make sense. Right? So in the rounds that you were concerned about a flank, everyone was sitting here. And whose job was it to go in?
Mine.
Correct. So that's where your role comes into watching a flank, is you taking space. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
No.
Any other questions? Okay, cool. All right. Awesome, my friend. It was lovely working with you.
See you guys.
We're going to be getting another 2 VODs in here, so if you're interested in watching that and have any questions that you want to ask in chat, feel free, and I'll be happy to answer them as well. And Wendler might want to chat with you as well, maybe. Wendler, do you want to have a quick chat with the student? Because maybe hearing it from your perspective will help a little bit more.
Me?
I'm asking. Yeah. I'm asking if Wendler wants to chat with you, Coach Wendler. He might be able to give you more perspective on this stuff as well. Wendler, do you want to take over for him? If you're there. Let me invite you into this. Sorry. Would you be able to do Steph's VOD first? Yes, I can. Can you get Steph to message me on Discord so I can... Let me add... Yeah, I just added you as a friend. Wait, hang on, what? I tried to add you as a friend. Can you add me as a friend? Muffin?
Oh, wait a second. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. There, I'll bring Wendler into the conversation really quick. I love it when the duelist who asks for utility. I love when I have a duelist who asks for utility. I can try and guess what they want and ask if they want utility, but 80% of the time there's no comms. Love-hate relationship with Val. I think Wendler's just AFK right now. Okay. Just hang tight. I think Wendler will end up messaging you at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Add him as a friend, and then he can, just in case if I leave this. Should be okay though.
Okay.
Okay. Maffin, excellent work today. You did great. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will send you the VOD recording after the stream is done, okay?
Yes.
All right. Awesome, my friend. Let me know how it goes.